Hello everyone. I know that you guys are waiting for this video because in this video I'm going to talk about the pointers. Well, it's a freaky topic, but I'll tell that it's a difficult topic, but don't worry, I'll make it easy to understand. And don't waste time here. Let's start it. I'll tell you that pointers are a better way to manipulate the data in the program, okay? These are better than normal integers because you can make it so much complex that don't even understand the code that you have written. Don't be afraid. Suppose say you made an integer x equal to 4. I know you guys know that an x is what? It's the address of x, right? Ampersand of x is the address of x. Now what if I create another variable int p, int int p, and I made it equal to and of x? Well, is this the pointer? It's not the pointer. You're just making another integer variable and you are just storing the address of that variable. What p can do is it can just give the value of the address x, but it can't access the value that is present at the x, but it will just give the address of x, the p. So it's not a pointer. So what is a pointer? A pointer is something which will point to a memory location. Well, what does it mean? Well, know that x is given the name of some memory location, right? So we need to point to that memory location. How you can point? Like you need to create this is a point type. How you can create a pointer in star p. Star p is a representation for the pointer. Now here all you guys have to do is equate the p to an x and x. Now what it will do is the p will point to the address, it will just point to the address, but the actually stored value at p will be the address itself. But if it's actually pointing to that 4, right, well, it's better if I show it to you guys right now. What I'm telling is you can print the value of x or the address of x in two different ways. Let's print it and you guys can easily understand if I do it, and then I can tell you guys clearly, right? Well, I can print it using either x, the value of x is slash t percent d. Alright, this is fine. Now just copy this and print this. You guys will know it later. Now control V, instead of the value let's write the address. Okay, the input. Alright, we're good to go. Now let's print it. It's still in the wait a second, I didn't change this. The address of x is, you guys know that it's an x, right? And what if I put it as p? Okay, now print it. Now in the first printf we use the value of x is x, that's fine. In the second line also it's showing the same, but in the second printf we use the value of x is star p. Well, asterisk p. Well, that what star p is the value of x. That is, well, p is pointing to that address, but the value present at that address is 4 itself. The star p is a value present at that address where p will be pointing to that location. The p is also an integer variable where it will hold, okay, the value of the address. Okay, got it? I'll tell you guys in a simple way. P is an integer pointer, and what it will do is it will hold the address of some integer. Okay, address of some integer location. Oh, got it? And now what I did here is I used an integer x equal to 4 and I stored it in a pointer. So what it will do is this p will store the address of that x, and now the p will store the address of x, and that's why when I printed p it will give you the address of x. But now when I print the star p, well, it's having the address, but actually what it's doing is that address is pointing to the x, right? So the star p will print the value of x because at the location of x the value present is 4. So star p is the value present at that address, and p is the address of the location. Got it? But the address of p is different. That is, if you print and p is different from p. Okay, and this is it for today's tutorial, and I'll be continuing these pointers in the next tutorial, guys.